Is there any big difference for you between playing in the stadium at night versus day?
I mean, obviously, it's good to get in the same time as you play. And, you know, I think we have some day games next year at the stadium, but, you know, playing in the lights is something different, and it's just adds a little bit more juice.
How have you felt through the first couple of days here at practice?
It's good. You know, guys, working hard. You know, they're going to make some mistakes. They're going to do some things that need to be corrected, but that's what football is.
Are the guys excited about going up to Camp T here
Absolutely.
later?
You make the best of it, and it's a good bonding trip. It's a tradition that we're excited for, and you know, it's not just our team, but we represent everybody else that played in the Sun Devil uniform. So it's what you do here, and this is what you sign up for when you become a Sun Devil.
What's the value of having a guy like Leif come back playing center this year?
Well, he's got, you know, that's not his, not only his experience, but his, just his professionalism. You know, he does the right things. He sets the tempo. He sets the tone of how to work, how to prepare, and then obviously on the field he sets the tempo of how to work, and how to get coached, how to be coached, and how to be a good teammate.
Is that sort of the things he does to help out the rest of the offense on the field?
Yeah, I mean, you know, his experience and all that stuff, the wealth of knowledge that he knows about football, and then he's a really good leader. He's a really good teammate.
How does the offensive line feel to you right now compared to what it did last season?
I mean, it's you know, last season was far away. I know this year they're doing things physical. You know, a lot of these guys are in the second year with me, so it's they know how it's supposed to run and know what it's supposed to look like.
How proud are you about Ben Coleman missing all that time and really bouncing back like he didn't have that much rest?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he had a whole spring and the whole off season to get back to where he was before he had it. You know, he got hurt and you know, I think his progression is good, and you know, he's trying to perfect his skills and just, you know, just be as fundamentally sound, and he's just not going to make a lot of mental mistakes because he's a, you know, high football IQ guy. But you know, he's working his ways back, and he's there. He's just continue to work.
Everybody's curious about the left tackle position. How's that battle shaping up right now?
I couldn't tell you. They're battling, and everybody's playing, and you know, we got Emmett, Josh, and you know, they're playing well. And when Bram gets back, and so this is what camp's for, man. You like it, you love competition, and you know, it's nice to have some depth there and to kind of plug and play guys.
How's Emmett just doing physically coming off that injury last year?
He's fine. He's fine. You know, because even again, he went through spring, and you don't see any signs of him getting any. He's not timid in any way, so I think he's fine. I think mentally he's fine too. A lot of times you worry about the mental part of it, how much he can push it, but I think he's fine.
Max is very talented. Like, in what ways has he kind of improved the most, would you say, in the last year?
His physicality, his understanding of the game, I think is good for him, and just being able to play behind his pads more and not just rely on you know, oh, I've never played football before, but he's learning how to play physical, and you know, he's kind of learning not just what to do, but how to do it, which is impressive.
Yeah. I know Kyle Scott can fall start today, but he's from like the end of last year to now, he's improved a lot.
Oh, he can do everything, man. Kyle can do everything, and you know, Kyle has come a long way, got his body in shape, and where he worked his ass off, excuse my language. Yeah. But he's just, you know, he's a guy that I think that is much improved, and he's going to add some value to our season, because he can play any guard, any tackle, and he doesn't make a lot of mental mistakes. But and he, you know, he's a big body. You know, he's a big body that can move, which is nice to have, and he loves contact.
What have been some of your initial impressions of some of the newcomers this season? The freshman Trell Kim.
I mean, they're freshmen. You know, when a freshman comes in and they're freshmen, you know, they're you know, you don't know what they've been taught in different systems in their high school, and you know, they get up here, they got to get adjusted to be in college and play at the power 4 position. So it's everything. It's always going to be a growing, because you come from high school and then you come here where the structure is different and the players are better and bigger and stronger, and he's got to adjust to just everything in life. So they're coming along like freshmen with Terrell and Champ and Lisi, those guys. So they're freshmen.
You talked about you have a lot of second-year returning guys this year. How big of a role have they played in influencing those younger guys?
Yeah, you just know the culture. You know what we're trying to do here. They know what we're trying to build. They know how the meeting room's supposed to feel like, sound like, look like. They know how the practice is supposed to sound like, look like, and they're setting the standards. And they bring those other guys along, and they, you know, like I said, they know what it's supposed to look like, and it's nice to them that because they've been in the system before.
It's not stressful.
It's always stress, brother.
Well, okay, but compared to a year ago when you were already kind of thin and you had all the newness to start,
yeah,
and then you have injuries compared to, you know, being like 8, 9 or whatever deep now.
Well, I think every year, every season, you have different problems, and the thing that you have in common is you can't foresee the problems. You just have to prepare for the worst, because if you know something does happen to where you're losing a lot of guys, you're made sure you've prepared everybody else to be able to step up. So I'm sure there's going to be problems coming up here pretty soon, and we just got to adjust. Good.
Appreciate it.